Wouldn't it be
Mm,
great to have Mike Myers on your podcast? Because
yeah.
then Dana and Mike could work out
Mhm.
whatever it is that's going on between the two of them. And
It
now
was an
that
hour
would be
therapy session, yeah.
an hour therapy. Dana, would you invite Mike Myers on your new
I
podcast?
swear to tell the whole truth, the only truth, so help me God. God save us all.
Would you have him on?
Yes, of
You would.
course.
But wait
Yeah,
a
yeah.
We
second.
already did.
We've come full circle since I talked to you last. We've become
Oh,
very,
Yeah.
very close friends.
oh, really?
And we just have too much history. We have an unbelievable amount of stuff in common. We're not unique in this way. Obsessed by the Beatles. Both his parents are Liverpudlian, grew up in Liverpool.
Boodlian.
Obsessed by World War II.
Ooh.
And
Right.
then we had so much shared history together, riding the rocket of Wayne's World. And really, the first time we had extra money, the first time we signed autographs. So there's too many firsts. And, I'm just mature now. The only good thing about getting old is you just sort of you get a little more wisdom, you get a little more perspective, and you practice forgiveness for others and for yourself.
Did this come about as a result of the Super Bowl commercial that the two of you did together? In other words, it brought you into the same room and into the same world, and then there was a reconciliation?
Yeah, well, we got closer during that whole process. Yeah, definitely. And started talking more. And just, it's very nice to have such a long friendship with someone and everyone knows what we're talking about. And
Right.
going back to our podcast, what we do have is that we're cast members and there's a shorthand to that. So it gets,
It gets inside.
it's emotional, this far away from SNL, it never gets out from under your skin, to quote Frank Sinatra. So it can be kind of emotional thinking about it. Really, I just feel like I came to know him in a much better way as we've been really, really talking a lot these last couple of years, and kind of put him in
Oh.
context, understand him, and also just really appreciate him as you look later on. You know, everyone has a 10-year-old boy inside them or girl. And that little person gets very jealous of the shiny new toy and very envious. And John Lovitz and I would always make a joke out of our competition, because the whole show's a competition, a Game of Thrones. And yet it's your really good friends and you want to play fair. But Mike and I became a comedy team by accident. We were in a sketch, it became a movie. And what Garth do? What does Wayne do? So there was conflict over how that was going to come together. But we were just riding that rocket. It wasn't personal.
And Mike has said that the reason he put you in his Wayne's World sketch was because he knew the sketch would get on the air if he got one of the strongest players from the show to be in it with him.
Yeah, and as friends in these last few years, and it's been a while, you put down all your weapons and you're just very vulnerable and very honest. It's a great way to be with someone. And the competition goes totally away. It's more like and even at the time, being part of a team, because I came in as a stand-up, so did David. But I got a kick out of later on just really working with Phil, and he's killing in the Johnny Carson sketch, or with Kevin Nealon and I and Hans and Franz and Mike and we were like little rock stars for a while. And I
I
did
was
love I had a guy who was always there, always had something to come back with, and always was great. So a lot of
Yeah.
appreciation with this perspective.